I'm Richard Piet. Welcome back. It's the BC City Connection podcast and program straight from City Hall, the city of Battle Creek, Michigan. Glad to have you along today. It's a fun one today. We're talking about recreation. Duska Brumm oversees all of that. And by the way, when you look at the list of that, it's parks and trails, it's recreation programs and activities, recreational facilities. And when we say parks, community parks, mini parks, neighborhood parks, specialty parks, school parks, paths and trails. Duska, I'm tired.
So, yes. Luckily, we have Todd Gerber over at Department of Public Works that really helps with maintenance and upkeep of the parks. We kind of double team those with
Okay.
the upkeep of them.
Well, I would say it is a team effort, I'm sure, when you look at that list.
Yes.
Well, welcome to the program anyway to talk about all of this. We have a certain number of things we want to make sure folks know about, but let's just speak generally. When we talk about recreation, and this time of the year when we're talking about this is June, so you've been busy, I presume, ramping up for another warm weather season.
Absolutely, we have. Bailey Park is under our umbrella. So we have had teams out there since the beginning of March with KCC, Kellogg Community College. They use our fields out there as their home area. And then ever since then, we've had people out there, practices, tournaments, etc. So we've been mowing since probably about March with the nice weather we've had. We also have the golf course, Binder Park Golf Course. They are having a tremendous year again, and they've had a lot of activity out there since early, about March again. And then we have Willard Beach that we just, it's been open to the public as far as walk-in and such, but now the beach area is open and we're ready for people to come and go swimming there. We also have Flash Flood Water Park. We are officially open for the summer now. We usually kick off Memorial Day weekend, close to we're only open to groups for a couple weeks, and then we open to the public. As of right now, we're open. So
right.
we've got those, and then our Kid Venture Summer Camp. That's one of our big programs that we offer, and today's the first day of that. So we have been busy getting ready, and we're kicking it off.
Yeah, so if you've been waiting for quote unquote summer, I mean, this is basically it here at the beginning of June as we're talking. And if you're listening at another time, you can tuck that general time frame away in your tickler file, I guess, so that next June or whenever the next June is, you can be alerted to that. But this is right, the busy season. You talked about work getting started in March. Was that earlier than usual? Because in 2024, we had such mild winter.
No, usually Bailey Park opens in March. We start hiring. We get people out there. We start picking up the leaves, picking up the sticks from the winter, just basic upkeep. And then once April comes around, that's when we really get busy out there.
Okay.
Yep.
And there are enhancements in Bailey Park that are underway too, right?
Absolutely. We have anybody's playground that is an all accessible area, and the only one in the city that we have. And we are currently awaiting information from a grant that we've submitted to put some permanent restrooms back there. When we worked on our master plan that was due this year through the Recreation Department, that was a lot of input from the community members. They would like to see a permanent restroom back there because it is one of our busiest parks.
Okay, so a grant for that, so which means a lot of information assembly and presentation, and then a lot of waiting on pins and needles, I presume.
Exactly. Yes.
Do you know
Yes.
when you'll know about the result of that?
We're supposed to know towards the end of summer if we did
Okay.
qualify for the grant, and then we would move forward from there.
All right. If folks, I can't imagine it, but if folks haven't been to Bailey Park, talk a little bit about what they can expect to find.
Yep. We have shuffleboards out there. We have sand volleyball nets. Those are first come, first serve. We don't rent them out or anything. We also have our T-ball program out there, our fall and spring soccer, and then the typical baseball and softball fields. We have 3 large baseball fields. One of them is C.O. Brown Stadium. The Battle Jacks are just getting their season underway, so they are raring to go. And then we have 2 quads that have 4 fields in each of them, which is a Flannery complex and Combis complex. And then we rent those out to for practices, for games, for tournaments. We've had kickball games out there. We keep busy. We keep busy.
Yeah, it's a tremendous park, and obviously lots of options there and things to see. And as you said, the Battle Jacks, which are always fun, and it's great to have that park as part of this as well. So that's terrific. That bathroom thing at Bailey Park, anybody's bathrooms, that I presume is a pricey proposition.
It is, yes, because we're looking at a prefabbed model. So we can just basically drop it in. Obviously, our DPW are going to have to do all of the water hookup and the maintenance and, all the electricity and all of that good stuff to it. They've been, again, Todd Gerber and Todd Everson have been amazing through the Department of Public Works working on this grant with us.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed until the end of summer. So hopefully, we'll get good news on that. Now, as it is this time of the year, early June, when we're talking, there are programs and summer camps and all of these things that folks may not realize are happening.
Yes, yep. Our big program right now is our summer camp, Kid Venture Camp. We run that Monday through Friday. They can be dropped off at 7 a.m. and picked up by 5:30 p.m. That is our big one. We also have spring soccer and spring flag football. We're about mid-season with those. And we're just getting ready to start our T-ball programs. So registration just ended with that. So we're looking to do our games within the next couple weeks.
Okay. And if folks are interested in the summer camp thing, how do they express interest or find out more info?
Our website is probably the best way to do that. And that's recreation.bcparks.org. Or you can just call our front desk and our customer service representative will have answers to all their questions.
All right. And we'll put that link in the show notes for this episode so that if you're listening via podcast, all you have to do is look at the show notes and the link shall be there. So July next month is Parks and Recreation Month. When you think about that, how do you shed light on all that we have to offer?
Again, just our website is up there. We take out ads in the shopper to get that information out there. We also have like our Facebook page and Instagram, etc. We try to put notices out there of the events that are going on around here. And then Jessica with our communications department with the city does an amazing job also of getting that information out there. So we're lucky that we have a lot of venues to do that.
All right. So make sure whether it's Facebook or Instagram, you follow so you get alerted to those updates from the Recreation Department at the city of Battle Creek. So if you could dream a little, Duska, what would you dream about? Looking ahead, and you talked about the master plan. What do you see in the future?
I think the rec department is really on a good track. We just got our pool bottom refinished last year. We have a new chlorine machine. We have new air conditioning in the building. So we've been really fortunate these past couple of years to get some upgrades that we've needed. And we're just going to keep moving forward with that. We're going to look at some programs that community members have asked us about. We have a fitness center here in our facility here at Full Blast. We're going to do a couple upgrades in there. So we're just looking to expand on what we have. And then, of course, to the programs that we do offer, we're just going to ramp them up a little bit and make them a little bit more exciting.
All right. And you mentioned that folks reach out and give you ideas. How do they do that?
Usually it's a phone call or an email. They'll
Okay.
ask about different things. Do we have it available? And then we look at it as a staff to see if it's something that we can implement in our programs that we currently have.
All right. So there you are. I don't know if we'd call that a dare, but but you could find out through the website how to make a suggestion if you wish, and perhaps your idea will gain traction as part of the City of Battle Creek Recreation. Duska, say that say that website one more time for us, so folks, if they're typing right now and just can't wait, they can go right to it.
Yep, you can just go to bcparks.org. If you want to register for programs, usually we throw a recreation in front of that.
Okay.
Recreation.bcparks.org.
Okay. So the main thing to remember, bcparks.org.
Correct.
Well, we're sure glad you're there with your team and making the warm weather months fun for us. And we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Duska Brumm at the City of Battle Creek, overseeing recreation for us in the Cereal City.